Good morning, everyone. This is Katie with NLFX Professional. I do have Dave here with Odyssey, and we are going to be talking about all things DJ and Odyssey today. And Dave, we're going to learn a lot about Dave. So, how are you today, Dave?
I'm doing good. It's a beautiful Monday in California, as could be expected with all the mess that's going on.
What's the weather like there?
Oh, my Lord. 72 and sunny. And yeah, I'm not going to rub it in.
No, you know what? This morning, it's actually really humid here today. Like, I walked outside and my hair immediately frizzed up. So it's just like crazy humid.
I get.
So Dave, tell me a little bit about yourself. Who are you? What do you do? And we'll start with that.
Okay. Been with Odyssey for 24 years now. I've always had a background in the DJ industry since I was in high school. I'm not going to give you the year, but it was a long time ago. We all started as kids, high school DJing, and went through high school dances and college, and just took off from there. And then worked at a couple of sound and lighting companies, and then came on board with Odyssey 1 year after we started business, and the rest is history. But I've always been in the DJ industry since I was a kid.
So when you say you were in the DJ industry, did you have your own company before you started at Odyssey? Did you work as a working DJ for a little bit?
Yeah, but we didn't consider it a business back then. It wasn't a business. It was something to do, hang out, meet people. We didn't consider it a business at all. It just wasn't. But yeah, we had a DJ troupe. It wasn't a business. We had a bunch of guys together, and each guy would carry a crate of records, and just to get in free to the party or the dance. But that's just the way it was back then. The fact that we started making money, and then the principals from the high schools would say, "Hey, we need to talk to your parents about taxes." And I'm like, "What? What are you talking about taxes?" "Well, we're paying you too much money, and you're too young, so we're gonna have to pay your parents, and then they're gonna have to pay you, and they're gonna have to withhold taxes." Anyways, it got messy, but we still stuck with it, and here we are. Helping run one of the largest case companies in the industry in the world. We're global. Odyssey's worked hard and to get where we're at, and we're proud of it.
So Dave, what is your official title at Odyssey?
Oh boy, Rob, what's my title this week?
Customer satisfaction.
I guess a sales director of sales.
Okay.
Yeah, all things sales, some marketing, but all things sales is what I take care of here.
Very cool. So, Dave, what is maybe the best, I was going to say worst, but we'll stay away from negative because I like to be positive. Yep. What is the best advice that you have ever given or received? It could be business-wise, personal-wise, just anything.
Listen more. Yeah.
Okay.
I've been to some parties and had conversations with people where I didn't speak a word. And then the next day they'll say, "Oh yeah, I met Dave Lopez, but we had the best conversation. I never said a word." And it's like the fact that I learned then that listening to people makes them feel a lot more that you're paying attention to them and you're interested. So for that reason, when somebody told me after reading this book called How to Make Friends and Influence People, I think that's what it was called, Carnegie. Yeah, just listen more, and you'd be surprised when people say, "Boy, I had the best conversation with that guy."
I love it.
Yeah, that's it. And business, work smarter than harder. Use your brain more. Even though in today's business environment, it's tough, as you know. We're going through some times where we've never seen this before. Mm-hmm. We've been through a recession, 2008, I think it was, right?
I don't remember, honestly.
Now we got hit with a double punch. First a virus, and now this this whole thing about what's going on with we'll call it society or humanity. We can't lose faith in that. Still, we still have to be positive, like you said.
So I'm going to throw a question up here. It is from Alfred. Okay.
Yes.
And
please.
it says, can you ask Dave why they call him Smiley?
My friend Alfred from American DJ. Well, look at your monitor. Like you said, being positive, right? No matter what I say or do, I always try to keep a smile on my face, and it helps with stress. It really does. They say when you speak on the phone, have a smile on your voice. And that came from that as well, and I do that in front of you or on the phone as well. So
that's crazy because when I was gonna say my first business class in college, that was the first, like one of the first things that they taught you was smile when you're on the phone, because it radiates through your voice, and your customers that you're talking to hear it in your voice when you smile. So I think that is some really good advice.
yeah, you're absolutely right. But thank you to Alfred Gonzalez at American DJ for bringing up that question. I'll get him later.
So, Dave, is there any new products right now from Odyssey that we should keep an eye out for?
Yeah, we introduced some new plastic amp racks at the NAMM show, and they arrived to our facility just recently, and we're excited about it because it's strange to say, just like record cases, we thought record cases were going to die out, but it's on our top 10 list of SKUs that's selling out. Amp racks and anything rack mounted related is still very popular. So we came up with a line of Vulcan plastic amp racks, and they come in 4 different sizes, and we're really proud about that because they're actually airtight, watertight. So you can literally throw it in a swimming pool and it'll float. It's crazy. Oh, wow. So yeah, it's really cool.
So but we don't endorse you throwing it in a swimming pool, right?
Oh, you know what? If you don't throw it in a swimming pool, but you know what? If you're rolling your gear through the swimming pool area at a party, chances are it's going to float. Just like the rest of our Vulcan line series cases. Yeah, it's very cool. We're excited about it.
Awesome. So Dave, I know at NAMM, you brought up NAMM, you got an award. Tell me about that award and what it was for.
Yeah, NAMM.
Smiley after getting that.
I know it was an honor. I'm the first person in the DJ industry to get an award from NAMM. How did that happen? I mean, why? What did somebody sponsor me, or they just called me and said, we're giving you an award at NAMM. Show up at this time to get your award and wear a suit. So I was honored about that, but it had to do with being in the industry for a very long time, and always supporting the DJ industry. I've pushed for our industry to have better booth locations at the NAMM show, at LDI shows, trying to get the respect that our industry deserves, because it was never really recognized as an industry. It was just something that, it'll pass. Yeah, obviously here we are 40 years later, and it's not passing. It's grown stronger than ever. So they gave me an award based on how I continue to push our industry and get it more recognized for what it is. And it's a solid industry. It's still growing, and I was proud to get that award. It's called the Believe in Music Award, and
that's awesome.
That says it all. Yeah, it's pretty nice to get that so I took it as an award for our industry, for all of us together, not just for Dave Lopez. It's for us all, and it's pretty awesome.
Cool. So Dave, what is the biggest risk that you've ever taken in business? Can you think of anything that comes to your mind?
They always say nothing ventured, nothing gained, right? So on the Odyssey side, we're always trying to invent new products, reinvent the box. so to speak. It's an old cliche, but it's true. We make fancy boxes, right?
Mhm.
But we're always trying to figure out new ways to do things to the cost of a lot of money, and we don't call it being a waste of time or money, but you have to continue to develop and try new things and not be afraid to do that. Same thing goes for any business model. Once you get into business, you're going to take risk, and it's your ability to survive the downfalls or the pitfalls of it all, and recoup from it and learn from your mistakes. Hopefully, learn from other people's mistakes, and you'll survive.
Perfect. So I do want to get back to the product line for just a minute because what is it, the Majestic Booth? Is that what
Yes.
those
Yes,
are
the
really
Majestic
popular.
Booth.
Wheel it in. So tell me a little bit about the Majestic Booth.
Yeah, the Majestic Booth is pretty awesome. It basically incorporates a rollaway console. And we used to use these back in the 80s and 90s when we used to DJ, rolling it into high school gyms and whatnot. So it comes in black and white. It comes in a 55-inch and a 65-inch width size, so it can hold 55 up to 65-inch TV monitors that's placed right in the front. It's really awesome. So it's got plexiglass to protect the TV monitor so nobody kicks it in and whatnot. There's shelving behind there and a nice big platform to put all your DJ gear. Like I said, it's got wheels. It's meant more targeted for somebody's got a larger vehicle like a van or a truck with a lift gate, because it's pretty heavy once you load up all the gear in it. But it looks so cool, so professional. And again, like I said, it comes in black and white in 2 different sizes. And we start shipping, I believe, in about 30 days.
Okay, cool.
It took a little bit of longer based, from what was happening back overseas at our factories due to the virus. But we're up and running. Factories are up and running. We're building. We're shipping, and it's an awesome thing. So keep an eye out for it on our website, Majestic DJ Booth.
And I will post a link because you and I actually did a video on it at NAMM.
We did. Yeah, got a lot of response from that. Everybody says how cute you look and all that good stuff. And,
I don't know about all that.
And by the way, your booth looks pretty awesome. I'm like, oh.
So Dave, let's see here. Where should we go with this? What is your favorite line with Odyssey? Do you have like a favorite line that you just think is like rock solid and just something that you would recommend through and through over and over?
I always tell everybody when they call in that we are first and foremost in the product protection business. Okay. And we're proud of that. Sure, we have other items that we've developed, like laptop stands and all these other, Majestic DJ Booth, for example. But first and foremost, we're in the product protection business. And so when people ask me off the street, what do you do for a living? I'm in the product protection business. Oh, for what industry? Music industry. Oh, wow, how cool. Well, it is cool because we get to meet cool people like you. So that's my favorite line to say, is that we're in the product protection business for the music industry. And it's pretty awesome. Yeah.
Looks like we're getting hellos. Hi, Howie. Hi, Nick. Monitoring the comments over here. If you guys have questions, make sure you write them in the comments on anything. We are here to answer your questions. So Dave, my next question for you is, what does success mean to you?
First thing you'll think that people would say is the money, right? But it's, as you get older, it's not the money. It's the people you get to meet, the investment in relationships in business and personal. That makes you a success. My dad would say, you can judge a man by his success by how many people attend his funeral. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'll never know how many people are going to attend my funeral. Right. But he said, you can judge a man by how many friends he has, how well he's respected in business, and how many people attend his funeral. So to me, success is that you know, when you go to the NAMM show or any trade show, you meet a lot of really good people. There's a lot of good people in our industry. Very few. Yeah, it's a lot of good people, and that makes me successful by knowing good people, doing business, and continuing that relationship for the lifetime.
So if you could sit down with your 13-year-old self, what would you tell them?
Get better grades. Just get ready for a wild ride, and just do what you've been doing. You're going to go places, and you're going to be successful.
Perfect. So we are almost out of time here. So Dave, do you have any final thoughts or final words for anybody that is watching?
Yeah, you know, you keep hearing it over and over again. We're in some really trying times. Stay strong, stay healthy, wear a mask. You know, you guys know the drill, and we're gonna pull through it all. We're gonna go to DJ expos again. We're gonna go to trade shows again. We're gonna go to concerts and do our wedding receptions and parties and go to the clubs. It's gonna bounce back. We're gonna be okay. Listen to your family, listen to your friends. Don't listen to the politicians as much as you want to. You know, it's an old cliche now. It's getting old, but it's still true. We're gonna pull through it all together, and try to, you know, be around people with positive attitudes. You don't need people to bring you down during these times. So stay positive. It's going to be awesome.
Dave, is Odyssey doing anything different marketing wise right now? Just to just to make sure that you know, people know that you're here. People know that you're still relevant. You're still making products. Are you guys doing anything different?
Well, not really. It's just the same routine now. You know, we've contacted all our dealers, all our reps, letting them know that we're up and running in LA and Los Angeles, and it's a good thing. Despite it all, we're open. We're communicating with everybody's social media. I like making the phone call. I like talking to people. Thank you, and just letting them know we're up and running. If you need us, we're here. Period. We're doing drop shipping more than usual, which is fine. We're okay with that. But yeah, communicating one-on-one and letting the word get out, be via social media or internet or text or emails or even a phone call. That's how we're doing it. Old school.
I've had a lot of people want custom pants. They're making custom racks right now because they have the time. It's something that they wanted to do for quite a while, and they didn't have the time to actually figure out what they need. So I have been putting together a lot of custom racks. So is there maybe any products that someone might want to put into the rack that may not be very well known?
You know, when people are building their own custom racks, a lot of times they'll end up calling us saying that they tried really hard and they've given up because it's very difficult.
It is.
So then we'll gladly give them advice of what they need, like the parts that they need and how they should maybe wire it up to make it easier to connect when you get to a gig, and just plug in a couple of cables and power supplies, and that's it. You're off and running. Other than that, I tell people, you know, I ask, well, how are you going to transport this particular gear? Do you have a vehicle large enough? And that way they don't go overboard and build something so huge and unmanageable that they're not going to be able to transport it, and it's too heavy for a one-man operation. So I give them advice about that, and if they need us to take over their job that they've already started, we're happy to take it on.
Perfect. All right, guys, that is it for today. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. I have Nick Cavino on here. Thank you, Dave, for joining me. I really appreciate it.
I appreciate you, Katie. Thank you so much.
And should you guys have any questions at all, make sure you write them in the comments. We will be monitoring them afterwards. And we will see you again tomorrow.
Yeah, stay safe and healthy, everybody.